Howdy, lads and lassies. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today we have an unbagging, unboxing, whatever. So I went to the SWIMBAITS Underground Toy Drive meetup. I didn't know what to expect. I don't know anybody from the SWIMBAITS community, really. I have a couple friends that are super into it, and they seem to know a lot of people from it, but I don't know anybody from it. I took my daughter, and I didn't take the GoPro to that. I just kind of wanted to hang out with her, check out a lot of baits, and I was pleasantly surprised with how many really cool people I met there. I met the owner of SWIMBAITS Underground. He was a rad guy. Chatted with him for a long time. 86 Baits. That guy was awesome, and the main reason I went there was to purchase. He made a new rat, which I'll show you here in a second. Met the guy from Toxic Baits, who his video on rat fishing. If you don't know, I'll link that in the description below. He made this awesome video on rat fishing, and it's something I listened to, and it kind of changed the way I fish rats and think of rats. And I had a really amazing year this year rat fishing at nighttime up in Lake Arrowhead. So, and a lot of the things I did was, things I learned from him. And then I was just in line with the guy from Piz Baits, and he gave my daughter a t-shirt, which was I'm like, you serious? Like, it was really cool. So that meetup happened. I bought some new baits, and thought I'd show them to you guys. Plus, I did a little Black Friday YOLO purchase. Don't tell my wife. She doesn't watch these videos anyway. Honey, if you do, I love you. So I'll show these in a second, but first and foremost, I was able to get, thank God, I was able to get the, I believe his name was Chris from SWIMBAITS Underground, got me another Sly Guy replica gill. You guys, if you haven't seen this video, I'll link it right here, or here, somewhere, right here. I'll link that video, but I have an RIP video for it, and I have a video on the first time, getting the bait, winning the bait in the draw that they had for it, and or the drop they had for it, and then fishing it. And the day I got it, I fished it, and I caught a really great fish on it. So then I lost it, and I was stoked to get another one of these. I'll just open it up for you guys that haven't seen the video. I mean, I'm so excited to have this bait back. It was by far my favorite bluegill I've had yet, and it swims great, nice and slow. It's just an awesome bait, and I can't wait to throw this again. Probably not anytime soon, but I'm glad I have one, and I'm gonna keep looking on Sly Guy's website for drops to purchase a couple more of those. I would love nothing more than to have 3, 4, 5 of those baits. And then, here we go. Throw this here. So then, I went to Toxic Baits, and I grabbed one of his, I don't know what this thing's called. Let's see here. Toxic Baits. Made on the California Delta. It doesn't say what the bait's called, so I apologize, but it's a small wake bait of his. And let's go ahead and open this up here. I'll show you guys. It was this, he had a bunch of them there for sale, and it is this really cool, small little, there's the tail inside there. There's a couple tails. So it looks like he gave me, whoops. Let's show you the bait first. So here is the bait. It's this small little bluegill wake bait. Pretty fat little bait. There's the bottom of it right there. And awesome little bluegill. I wasn't planning on buying anything from him, but I just liked the dude so much. I was like, I'm going to buy some stuff from you. So I actually bought 2 baits from him. Oh, wow. This looks like some replacement fins for these little guys right here. And it's got this little rod. I don't know what this is for, but we'll figure all that out. And then it looks like he gave me a couple tails in here. Yeah, two tails with some toothpicks to put the tails in right there. So that is the Toxic Bait wake bait. And then he had I think he did a little collab with DRT. And I mean, I love the Clash 9. I only have one of them, and I wanted another one. And this is kind of a wild bluegill pattern, but there's the K9 right there. You guys know what the K9 is. If you don't, you should. There's 100 videos, much better than anything I could make on a K9. But I got another K9. I got the low float. It's a 4-ounce bait. Awesome bait. There's 100 different things you can do with this. And then I also got a tail for it as well. They had the V tails there. So I was able to grab the Clash 9 V tail as well. All that stuff there. So if you haven't seen my knife video, check it out. Sharpest knife in the world. Look at that little guy right there. This was my Black Friday purchase. This is my big old Black Friday purchase for myself. And it's from the folks over at PB Rat. I'm pretty excited what these are going to look like here. Wow. So, this year the PB Rat has been, the PB Rat 2-piece has been like 100% by far the best producing bait I have. And at least best producing larger bait I have. And I went ahead and ordered another 2-piece in a little bit darker of a color. Hopefully that's making out. You can see that. There is the rat right there with a little white tail. This, I mean, I don't really have the words for this rat's so good. It's so good. It's so fantastic. I'm really excited to have another one, even though my current one still looks brand new because the way these are made. But stoked to have another one. Really stoked to have a 3-piece. So the sale was so good, went ahead and bought myself a 3-piece because I've heard great things about his 3-piece. And like, you know, why not? Just YOLO, right? So here is the 3-piece rat right there. Hopefully you can see that color. It's kind of a blackish brown type color. So this is the 3-piece PB Rat. Heard great things about this too. From a lot of guys that I listen to and trust on the interweb. And some personal friends who have it as well. They're like, oh, the 2-piece, bro, you don't know what you're missing. I've only had one problem with my current PB Rat, and that was my lip fell out because I fish with my friend Matt Dennison a lot. And I'm always throwing this thing into docks and rocks and stuff like that. Lip popped out. The guy, I don't know who it is, Mr. PB Rat guy. He sent me 3 lips and shipped them straight out to me and kind of gave me some good instructions on how to replace it and such. So thank you for that. Really, really amazing customer service. But got this 3-piece rat. I'm kind of ratted up. I got all my rats going for the year. So, you know, I'm really stoked. I'm really excited to throw these, all these baits. And yeah, this next part I messed up big time. This is not an 86 Baits rat. This is a rat made by Black Anchor Fishing Co. Black Anchor Fishing Co. At Black Anchor Fishing Co. is their Instagram. So everything you're about to see, I keep saying 86 Baits, 86 Baits. It wasn't an 86 bait the whole time. I just like looked it up on his Insta Grizzle, and it says I thought I was buying an 86 Baits. I wasn't. Stoked on this rat. This is going to be like my new heat, I think. Here it is. The last bait I'll show you guys in this little unboxing, this is some fishing line. Okay. This was what I had kind of gone there for. And, I mean, yeah, wow. This thing's crazy. But this is 86 Baits rat. It's got a bunch of little tangly things on here. Let me get these off of here. But this is his rat, and it's a large rat. Let's see if there's any kind. I believe it's wooden as well. Yeah. And let's see if there's any names on here. The Beast Rat FKR, RTFKR. It's a 6-inch bait. Length is, oh no, sorry. The length is 6.5 inches for the bait itself, but in total with the little tail here is 12 inches. It weighs 4.9 ounces, and this color is called Dirty Brown. So let me get this closer to the lens here. You guys can kind of hopefully see some of these details. It's got this cool little cup mouth there that I thought was really cool. And it's a wooden bait. The paint job looks great. I'll show you the top here. Lots of, I don't know if you can see them, but lots of fine little details like in the hair. Same with on the bottom there. And I've always wanted an 86 bait. I've just never bought one. I've always wanted a wooden rat bait. So this thing's real subtle, but has a nice big presence in the water. Looks super natural, really cool little ears there. And I am stoked on this bait. Looks like the bottom here swivels. So the hook is on little swivels. That's cool. They look to be, I can't tell what kind of hooks they are, but they're sharp. And these look like the split rings from Swimbait Underground, split rings, which are really strong. So absolutely jazzed. So stoked on this rat for probably won't throw it till next year up in Arrowhead and do a lot of night fishing with it. But something that's just a bigger presence, but more of a subtle rat. So stoked on this. But wait, there's more. I was about to end this video. I got lit up on a mag draft yesterday, and I wanted something like a little bit bigger. So I went and I bought this right here. This is the Optima bait Boom Boom. It's an 8-inch Boom Boom, and it's in rainbow trout. I wanted to do it in rainbow trout because that's kind of what our fish are eating right now where I come from. And I wanted something weedless because my lake will just rob baits all day, and I wanted to kind of run it on the ground. It's like famous for taking huds and anything with an exposed hook. So I can throw this weedless. It looks like a rainbow trout. It's got that same kind of little wiggle with it that I get from the mag draft. But I wanted, like, I wish I had a weedless 8-inch mag draft. And I tried doing the super glue thing with a big old beast hook. It just didn't work. The hooks, yeah, it just didn't work. So the next bait I bought, same kind of thing. This is more of a wedge tail design. It is from Sudden Impact Baits, and it's called a Sugar Shaker Trout. Sugar Shaker. It's an 8-inch trout. It's a soft plastic. It's got a, I hope you can see that color. It's got a real pretty pour to it. Kind of translucent belly with a little green top. Great little, kind of got some purple hues in it also. Some sparkles, the metallic on there. And it just looks like a real great Huddleston style trout in an 8-inch that is weedless. And that's what I was going for. I've got a 12-aught beast hook on this thing, and it's all rigged up and ready to rock. Hope it works. We'll see. I wanted something more weedless for my local lake here, and this is really fitting the bill. But like, I'm digging this bait. I'm really excited about this. Pretty sure this was, let's see, how much was this? I'm pretty sure this was $14. So stoked. Way cheaper than Huddleston, and right around the same price as the Savage gear, which I like throwing a lot too. Then, last but not least, this is a giant rainbow trout, 12-inch rainbow trout fluke. It is on a size 10 trocar hook. I believe it's quite a lightweight. I think it's like 3/8 an ounce weight. And it's kind of a thing with some of the guys at my lake. Like, we like flukes there. My boy Rick, I'm going to make a whole video on Rick one of these days. But my boy Rick smokes fish on a fluke. And one of the guys showed up with an 8-inch, I think it was 8-inch Sakamata depths fluke. And I was like, oh yeah? 12-inch. And it's in a rainbow trout color. It's from the same company, Sudden Impact Baits. They make this fluke. I saw videos of this thing swimming with some of the guys from the bait shop I was at today, which is called Fisherman's Access here in Orange County. It's in Fullerton. Check it out. Unbelievable store. Huge store. You could spend a lot of money on that store. And they had some of these baits that I just don't see elsewhere. Like, I didn't even think of this. And when I saw this bait, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that bait. I can run it weedless. And then they had these sudden impact baits. So last two things to add. It's not something I got at the show. It might not be as cool as the other stuff, but I still wanted to show you guys these baits. These baits are going to get thrown quite a bit here in the next week or so. I haven't been wearing my camera fishing because I haven't been catching a lot of fish. It has been really tough fishing. We had a turnover and a pretty decent little die-off at my local lake. And then a huge rainstorm and the water level got super high. The fish are just kind of freaked out right now. I think they're all sitting just in the deep parts of the lake, which we can't cast to because we're banging the shore and there's no float tubing or anything allowed on our lake. So again, tough place to fish, but got on them on a mag draft yesterday. Didn't record it. Sorry. I'll start wearing my GoPro more again. And I will still be throwing the mag draft. It was a mag draft freestyle in rainbow trout is what I was throwing and getting them on the other day. So I got these baits. Excited to try them. Got a bunch of fun swim baits to try. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't think it's too long here. I kind of actually had already edited this video and now I'm adding in all this other stuff. But please like and subscribe, guys. Please leave comments down below. It really helps the channel out a ton. And let me know what your favorite baits are. What are your go-tos? Is there anything you want to see more of on the bass fishing side of things? Don't just say more gun videos with chicks because you're not going to get a ton of those. Because I don't have a bunch of chick friends that shoot anymore. I have one chick friend, but she's like off shooting world championships right now. Maggie Reese, what's up? And I will be shooting with Maggie fairly soon, but we're getting ready for this. Winter is coming. It's here. It sucks. My plan is to throw big baits and a drop shot. That's like when I get tired throwing the big baits, I'm going to throw a drop shot and be lazy for a cast or two. So that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Bye.